Well, hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report. And this is going to cover the fishing action and all the things going on in La Paz for the week of, or I should say the dates of the 15th of January till the 25th of January 2021. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thank you for checking in, and please do us a favor and subscribe, okay? Thank you very much. Listen, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I waited a little longer than normal, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But first, let me tell you about fishing. It's pretty much non-existent. You know, for the last 2 weeks, it's either been cold, it's been windy, it's been rainy, it's been wet, it's been foggy, or any combination of those two or three, windy and foggy, rainy and wet, drizzling and whatever. Anyway, just not really good conditions to be out fishing. When it's been windy, it's been really rough out there, a lot of waves, really not worth it to be out there. A couple days, the port captain even closed things down. So really not much going on. This is the off season, as I often say, from November to April. Not a lot of folks out there. A lot of snowbirds are in, but like I said, the last 2 weeks, it's not really been looking like you see in all the magazines and all the brochures. There have been a couple folks going out, mostly locals. Some of the fishermen or some of the captains telling me that they're going out fishing. They're catching some pargo, some cabria, you know, just trying to put some stuff on the table. Some of my local friends are out and they're catching some really nice Sierra. There's a really nice Sierra bite going on, and there's some sizable, you know, 3 to 5 pound fish. Make some great ceviche, great in the saute pan, great in tacos. But for the most part, that's kind of it. You know, it was even so cold, and you know, it's been cold all over the United States, but I tell you what, I've been in La Paz, just got back here to Texas where I'm filming this right now, but it was down into the 30s. I'm not kidding you. Baja, Mexico, La Paz. Imagine this, 39 degrees one morning, 36 degrees another morning, a lot of temperatures in the 30-degree range. I got out in the car one day. There was frost on the windows. There was frost on the roofs. I had to look in our old, you know, we've got an old 92 Honda, and I had to look to see where the defroster was. I had to look for the heater. And after that, even if it worked, thankfully it did, but it's been cold, it's been chilly. I don't even have a jacket down in La Paz. I caught myself one morning, I had 2 t-shirts on, including an Under Armour shirt. I had a Pendleton on, and on top of that, this is 4 layers of clothing. On top of that, I even had a windbreaker on it. I was still cold. So really not the best time to be down right now. Looks like it's gonna be continuing on with some really rough weather. But listen, like I said, I waited a little bit to post my Mexican Minute because a lot of things have been going on. About a week ago, and keep this in mind that this new regulation starts on the 26th of January, or if you're seeing this after the 26th, it started on the 26th, but it dropped on us like a ton of bricks. You know, the travel industry, especially in Mexico, is doing its best to recover. It's hard for everyone. You've got all kinds of restrictions. Things are opening, and they back off a little bit, then they open a little bit, then they back off a little bit, just like it is, you know, kind of all over the world as COVID goes up, down, sideways, and every which way with vaccines and quarantines and everything else. Well, about a week ago, the CDC in the United States announced that in order to come into the United States, you've got to have a negative COVID test within 72 hours. Within 3 days of returning home or coming into the United States, you've got to have a negative test, or you've got to have doctor's papers saying that you've recovered from COVID. That just dropped on us like a ton of bricks. I mean, we're just a little mom and pop operation. We've been in La Paz for 25 years, putting people on the water, under the water, stuff like that. It's pretty drastic for us to have another restriction hit us, but I'm thinking the hotels, the airlines, believe me, all of us have been scrambling to try to make heads or tails out of this. It doesn't help us at all. It just adds one more hurdle for us to jump over and to have folks come down and see us in La Paz and come down fishing and have their vacations with us. So, here's what's going on though. We've jumped on this. Everybody's into it because we certainly cannot afford to let tourism dry up in La Paz or in Mexico, because that's been the lifeblood. And in the last couple of months, tourism, as a matter of fact, in Mexico has been surging. It's become a big destination for Americans. It's close. You didn't have a quarantine. You didn't have any issues getting back home. It was economic. It's easier than getting to Europe. It's easier if you got stuck, easier to come back from Mexico than it is to come back from Europe. So to have one more hurdle to jump over certainly did not do us any favors. But here's what's going on is a bunch of hotels in Cabo San Lucas already have testing facilities. The airport in Cabo San Lucas, they're putting a testing facility there. The La Paz airport, they're going to put a testing facility there. In just our quick run around through the town of La Paz where we are, we found at least a half dozen facilities that offer this test. And the test is not real intrusive. It doesn't take a long time from what I understand. It's like 15, 20 minutes. They test you, and then you get a result back in like 40 minutes. It's online, and the costs we've seen as cheap as $12, as much as $60 or $70. But everyone's prepping. Everybody's scrambling to get in line because we certainly don't want to hurt the tourism. So tests are being implemented. A lot of the hotels are going to be adding this as a service that they have at the hotel, just like, I don't know, like room service. They're going to have COVID testing as part of their services. The airlines are having apps created. I think American Airlines already has an app where you can easily download your results to them. So when you come up to the ticket counter, I guess you just show them that you got it on your cell phone there. So everybody's working to pull this online so we don't lose any of our reservations that we've already got or prevent other people from coming down. They're trying to make it as easy as possible. Like I said, it looks like it's going to be like a 15-minute test, and then you get your results in 40 minutes or an hour, something like that. This is all still coming together. Remember, this only happened about a week ago, and it gets implemented in just a few days on the 26th of January, whether you're seeing this before or after the 26th. The 26th of January is the new date when this is all supposed to start. So we're scrambling to put this all together. We're going to get this fixed. We're going to get this solved. All the tourism boards are working on it, and we're going to get this taken care of. So don't worry about it. What they're saying, though, is if you're going to be leaving the country, give yourself about an extra hour, hour and a half when you get to the airport so you can get to the facility, get tested, get your paperwork, get your results, and apparently it's going to be delivered online on your cell phone or printed out, and then you can take it to the counter and off you go to get home. So that's why I waited so long, wanted to get the latest on this for you and assure you that we're working on this and we'll get this taken care of, and you can still come down and see us. Anyway, that's going to do a quick wrap up for our Mexican Minute this week. Jonathan here. Hope you're doing well. The reason I was in La Paz last couple, I'm back here in Texas right now, and the reason being we're waiting for our third grandchild to get born. So fingers crossed. We're looking forward to a new member of the family. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Take care of each other, please. God bless, and we'll see you next time.